about color theory?
I think I look pale. Look at me. I look
Like a beautiful queen, woman, girl,
I look pale.
angel.
That's what it is. I don't have enough color on my cheeks right now.
You want to try the blush?
No.
Oh.
I'm not going to try your blush.
Why? That sounds rude.
Well, in terms of I don't want to touch it because it's for different purposes.
It's a blush. You were going to use it for blush. And that's a little disrespectful if you ask me. Same thing about your birthday. I just feel really disrespected.
Everyone is feeling You're just like, okay, what are we doing? Nothing.
But I
also have no idea what I'm doing, so let me
Yeah, fair.
get it together for this
Okay.
week. I just need this week.
Okay.
Let me just get life together,
Okay.
and then once I know, then I can like say.
Okay. I'll circle back in with you.
But I don't know what is going on with my hair.
I think you look so cute.
Yeah, but right now it's in the hair.
But I think that
so
looks
it's gonna
like
come off.
I think that looks like a cute soccer mom, like the vibe that everybody wants to go for.
Just because I'm gonna turn.
Turn?
Just because I'm about to turn 30, you're gonna call me a soccer mom now?
No, that's my inspo for life, you know? A cute soccer mom.
It's gonna fall. Look. Oh, I fell.
Did you not have a hair tie in it?
No.
Oh, that's like how my mom does it, but hers stays.
Yeah, because she just has probably thicker hair.
No, I think it's just like they know a technique as to how to do it. You probably do too, I don't know.
No, because clearly it's coming out of my head. Anyways, I think we should start. Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize.
Oh my god, Huda! Did you try the powder?
No. I was going to try it on today, but I didn't want to try it on in like a...
Just in case, right?
Yeah.
I was really excited I was going to wear it tomorrow, but then I'm like, no, I can't. I can't wear it tomorrow because...
Just do it on the weekend.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited though.
She cutie.
She's a cutie.
All right, guys. Welcome back. My name is Shrads.
And my name's Rita, and this is...
Almost there?
Question mark?
Hello. Today, actually, I remembered today. Before we get into it, follow, like, subscribe. We're on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, Google, everything. And you can also find us on Instagram at
ALMST. There.
Cool. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get into it. Today, I don't even know where this conversation's gonna go. It's a little different. Also,
Oh. It's one of the mosquitoes from before.
maybe. This is for the person who commented on our last video that we should have a wide angle. I don't even know if this is a wide angle. I'm unsure. But we are farther away from the camera, and I hope you enjoy. And I hope you're watching, because that'd be so awkward if you're not.
Yeah. All right. I mean, no one would know. This person told us to try it out. One of our fans.
The only reason we're doing this is because they had the kindness out of their heart to actually be like, guys.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that was so nice.
Yeah, I know. When she said we have a comment, I was like, damn. Yo, we made it, bro.
It's like that. And then somebody DM'd us too, but she'll respond after. But
yeah, we think it might be a bot. Or like a scam.
yeah.
Well, we'll get back to you on that one.
Or like a 12-year-old boy who wants to troll us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, psych. I actually don't like you.
And I didn't really subscribe.
Yeah, because like, thank you.
But anyway, thank you all for being here, even if you're watching for not very long. We appreciate you clicking. Today we're going to talk about a little, I don't know if it's controversial. Like, I don't think our thoughts are maybe they are to some people.
We should be more controversial. Let's just have hot takes, okay? Today is Hot Take Shrad's Day.
Why is it just me?
Because I just don't want it. I'm just going to let you do it.
We should call
Bro,
it.
don't you get hot in these pants?
Oh, I'm getting warmer and warmer by the second. But they're so soft. They're so comfy.
Yeah, I can never wear pants like this.
I thought so too before, but in the winter they're actually amazing.
Yeah.
And they're so like they actually feel like you're in a cloud when you're not hot. You know?
When are you not hot?
That's a great question. When I'm outside in the cold, I'm not hot.
Yeah, makes sense.
And when it's cold outside, I'm not hot. So,
All right.
okay, let's talk about no, we should call it something. Hot take Thursday. Thursday hot takes. Hot take today. Hot.
HTT.
We're gonna make everything an affirmation and hope something fucking sticks.
THT.
What's
Thursday
that?
hot takes.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, no, but really, I don't know if this is a hot take, but you can start.
Okay, basically, there was this video that I came across where these two YouTubers were reacting to this girl who was talking about
I'm going to joke.
the way I've just it's gone, the thought is gone. I don't- okay. So she spoke about, basically she was talking about how men are simple and that like we don't need to make it so complicated and that women are this way and men are this way and that's it. Like, and she was very confident in the way that she was talking, right? So it was just like they were talking about their reaction to it, whatever. So that just gave me the idea that I think there's like a lot of talk about like what's right and what's wrong on the internet, and that's very different than what real life is, right? Like real life is quite different than what's on the internet, and what happens on the internet directly affects us as well. So I guess what she was saying is that men are simple in the way that in their priority list, number one would be like number one worry for them is sex.
I thought it was work.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
It was work, right?
This is the internet right now.
The confidence.
Number one is the dishes. No, yeah. So number one is work. And then number two, and she was like, because guys are just providers, so they're gonna wake up and they're gonna think about work and like stuff like that. And then number two is sex, because that's what they need and their testosterone is talking to them, and like you can't hold it against them because like that's just what they need. And then number three is kids. So like kids is after all this shit. You know, and
what about the white? Like, what about your girl?
No. So it's just sex.
Okay.
Like, but then she said for women, the number one worry is finding a partner. And then she's like, well, like if you care about work or if work stresses you out, then you're a man. Like, relax. You know, get it together, because number one should be your partner.
What?
Yeah. And then she said the next one is kids. Because obviously, you know, you're connected by the umbilical cord and shit. Like, she went into some wild stuff. Like, not even just I birthed you. Like, she went into umbilical cord, and then you were connected to my heart, and then through that... No, actually, I'm just making that up again.
You're a part of the problem.
I'm part of the problem. But basically, from all of that, what I took was just... I think there's just so much information online about like women are this way, men are this way, and everybody is the same way. Like whether it's like your genders that are like, you know, generic, and like in general guys are always like this. In general, girls are always like this. And it's always like these statements that are made, and then like if you actually were to take that in and that actually impacts your life, I think it just like fucks us up so much, you know? Like in terms of saying like guys care about, like they're stressing about work and shit. I mean, we stress about work and shit too.
I agree. But what I was saying was that it is that also with like, it not only is it like that with like gender roles and like what males are supposed to do, what females are supposed to do, but it's literally like that with like everything in people's lives. I think people forget that like on TikTok, on YouTube, whatever, you're only seeing like a small portion of what these people's lives are. And like people will post like a funny video of something in a moment, right, where like they prank their partner and then the partner like snaps at them and they post it because they think it's hilarious and it goes viral, and like people have all these like, leave that man, like you deserve so much better, and like your life, like this, that, and the other, he doesn't trust you, he doesn't love you, he doesn't cherish you, you deserve to be like the ground you walk on deserves to be like worshipped and kissed, and the fact that he's like snapping at you like that, that's not okay. But you don't realize like you've only seen 20 seconds of this person's reaction, and like you're gonna hold against them their like whole day. Like maybe they had the shittiest day and then this person pranked them and it like ruined it, right?
Yeah.
There's so many opinions on the internet that like I feel like people allow it to rule their lives. I feel like sometimes too though it's also just like some people wake up from it too. Like I can see there's like it's like a double-edged, like not really, it's like it could be either or. Like it could be that you get a decision, or you wake up to something that you never thought about, or you literally are getting beaten down for something that like doesn't make sense for you to get beaten down for. But yeah, the internet is a very interesting space. Like I was also talking about this to my my fiance's mom. Like I was like, yeah, like I don't want to do a first dance at our wedding because the thought of like dancing in front of that many people, just me and him, like I know it'll be our own world, but like I just can't get out of my head, and just like thinking about all these people staring at me while I'm doing it, like like it doesn't make sense to me. And she was like, I don't get it, both of you do things on social media and like you like you're putting yourselves out there to so many people that don't even know you, that don't even like won't even like bat their eye towards you if they saw you in person, but you're in a room with people who love you and you can't do that like the psychology behind that blows my mind. And I think about it, I'm like, that's so true, but it's like it's just you and this camera like while we're doing it, right? Whereas when you're in that room it's like 400,000 people, or okay, it's like not that many, but you know what I mean? Like it's like yeah. Even though it's all these people that like love you, they're staring at you, they're looking at you and all that stuff. So it's a wild thing to think about. And that's also the other way to look at it. Like all these 400,000 people who are commenting on people's videos and commenting on people's like things. Can you imagine that many people in a room with you, or even like processing? Like I think about how many people subscribe to us, how many people comment on our photos and stuff, right? If all of them were in one room, like, can you process that they're all looking at that one picture, they're all looking at that one video, and like you're the center of that video? Like, how scary.
Yeah. I would rather not think of it that way.
Exactly, but like
I think comment sections in general,
oh, they're crazy.
Like people don't even look at the actual post anymore. They're just like, let me just look at the comments, because the comments are gonna be wild.
Sometimes they're hilarious too. They're so
There's
funny.
There's really funny people in the world. Yeah.
But like it is actually insane. Like that in itself is like its own section of social media. Like it's in its own section of like entertainment.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy.
But it's like if you were to take that stuff seriously in life, like it would not really, it wouldn't serve you.
No,
really,
for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. Like I think the reason like I thought this stuff is so, it's just wild to like take this as end all be all. Like someone's opinion of something is different than you saying this is it, this is just how we are, this is how you are, and like everything, you know, because we're all such different humans. Like how can we all have the same experiences? How can we all have the same worries? How can we all have the same strengths? Like none of that really makes that much sense. And if you were like, and I think a lot of people take this in for like, you know, in the first few like months of dating or like whatever it is, or like in a relationship you should be this way and your partner should be that way, and like it's all just like who even made all these rules? You know, like where did this come from? Because it's all just society, and realistically behind closed doors you honestly don't know who people are. So what, like, having these opinions that are so like, oh, this is the rule, this is it, and if it's not this, then I'm not having it or whatever. Like, and I just think like those things are like really toxic, and it's, you can't keep like even for me, like I can't keep like watching things like that, or I can't keep like taking in things like that, because it doesn't, like, it's just gets too much.
Yeah. And I think people also forget, like, as much as these are these people, right? There are 400,000 people that maybe feel the same way. If they were all standing in a room with you tomorrow, they're not going to say the same thing to your face. Like, though they don't have the balls, they don't have the guts, they don't have the one out of all of them might. One out of them might have a really big opinion and they feel the need to tell you. But majority of them will look you in the eye and have nothing to say. It's just this feeling of there's a screen to protect you from whatever it is, and they feel like they can say whatever. Like, a big one is, a big great example of this is Aspen Ovard. Do you remember her? She used to be a YouTube guru. So she's this, like, she's from where are Mormons from? Not Alaska.
Romania?
Utah. Okay. She's from Utah. I don't know if you whispered that, Mormania. But they're from, like, Utah, and it's this girl, she got married really young, and she was, like, this huge YouTube star. She was, like, in the era of Claudia Swilski. Do you remember that? Oh my God, I guess we were in different YouTube eras, but they were like beauty bloggers, outfit bloggers, like that kind of those kind of people. Anyways, so her name's Aspen Ovard, and she got married really young. Her husband, and he was also a Mormon. I don't know if they're both Mormons. I know he is for sure. I don't know if she's Mormon, but yeah, like, they got married in Utah. They were very conservative. They got married really young. They had 3 babies, and, like, her life was, like, absolutely perfect. They were like they would vlog every day. They would, like, he started working for her. She had a clothing business. She had this, that, like, she just, like, flourished. And then she had her 3rd baby, and people are also wild for this. They found the baby's birth certificate. So she wasn't sharing her baby's name, and so people went digging for her baby's birth certificate to find out her baby's name. First of all, insane that people feel like they have the right to, like, access this information when, as a mom, she was just trying to protect her kid. They find out that her dad passed away because they found a eulogy, her dad's eulogy, and that's how they found out the baby's name, because I guess it says, like, a grandfather to blah, 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 and that's how they found the baby's name. And while they were digging, somebody found that she filed for divorce, okay, because that's all public documents.
Yeah.
Right? And so people are like, what the fuck? Like, they were the most perfect couple. Like, what is happening? Like, what? Like, this is insane. She didn't talk about it. She kept not talking about it.
But they weren't, like, still filming or anything.
They were filming. They were doing everything. She was giving birth to her baby while she was filing for divorce. But they were filming like everything was normal. Okay? So, well, she was posting, like, older videos where they're, like, together and stuff, like pre-recorded videos. And because she, in her head, she's like, nobody needs to know this. It's my life. We're going to deal with it however we want to deal with it, and that's it. And they were living together because she's giving birth to their child, like, obviously.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so then after all of this, like, it's been months and months and months, she's finally talking about it, and now she's, like, in her era of just, like, trying to, like, just be like, fuck it. Like, now I have control, so I'm going to tell my story. She's like, everybody saw how perfect our lives were, but it wasn't. It wasn't perfect. It was just something that I was putting on to, like, for my kids.
Yeah.
I was putting on for all these things, but now I'm going to talk about it. And then she, like, calls out his mom. She's still, like, like, it's insane. Like, she's not, like, horrible, but she's, like, in her brat. Like, she's just being bratty. She's being sassy. He'll be in one video. She's shading him in the next video. Like, it's insane. Like, it's just a wild ride, right?
Yeah.
But that's when you see, like, you can literally only see a part of people's lives, and we make it this thing of, like, oh, I want to be like Aspen. I want my life to be like her. Like, if I don't have a husband like her, then I don't want it.
Yeah.
And then you realize, like, her husband might be worse than yours. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just never really know. And I think, like, what do they say? Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
I really think, like, that really, it's insane, especially in the age of TikTok, all of that. Like, it's so easy to get caught up in that and like stuck in it. It's crazy, bruh.
Yeah. No, that's really crazy.
It's so insane.
I think do you remember Prank versus Prank?
Yes, Jessie and
Jenna.
Was that her name?
Jenna.
No, I think Jenna was Jenna Marbles. No.
No, Jenna.
Oh, was that her name? Whoa, I didn't know that.
Jessie and Jenna.
Maybe. I think you're right. They were JJ. I'm pretty sure.
Gina.
Sorry, Gina. Yeah.
So, I was recently watching some stuff because, like, they were together for, like, 10 years and they were vlogging, like, every day and shit like that, right? And it really caused a toll on their relationship and I think them as individuals, too. But basically, they broke up after, like, 10 years of being together and then they, you know, they had this business, right? Because YouTube, that was their job. That was their career, yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I was watching this, like, interview recently of Jesse, and he was just saying, like, vlogging every day, you're putting on a show, and every day you're trying to figure out what content is going to be, it's going to engage people and, like, be entertaining and stuff like that. And it causes such a toll on a relationship because even though you might be working well together, but then your relationship is deteriorating. And it was just like so many people at that time. First of all, they were also together for 10 years. So many people are just like, why are you not getting married? Like,
that was
why
a
is he
huge thing.
Yeah, why is he not proposing? And, like, they wouldn't really, like, I don't know that they ever really, in their videos, I don't think they ever spoke about it or anything like that. I think they were just like, we're good with where we're at, and they kind of left it that way. I don't think she ever, like, said anything bad about it or anything like that. But it just, like, you look at someone's life and you look at it for, like, a little bit. This is such a small part of their life that you don't know who they are. And, like, we compare so much of our lives to other people and what they're saying, and we think they have their shit together. Like, no one has their shit together. But it's also like the internet makes you think you don't have your shit together and everyone else does, you know? And I think COVID, if anything, like, showed that even more because people would be, like, working out and doing, like, you know, they'd be like, well, now I have all this time. I'm going to, like,
self-improvement.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I'm going to do, like, so much. I'm going to get into art and I'm going to, like, do pottery. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then, like, eventually it was just like, okay, like, I'm kind of done with this. Like, I can't do this anymore, you know? And it's just, I don't know. I just think, like, we're constantly bombarded with content. We're constantly, like, shown that, like, we aren't enough and, like, what we're doing isn't enough. And it's shown by people who really probably feel the same way as us, but they just are able to show the good parts of their life, you know? And we all have, hopefully, we all have some parts that are good in our life. And so if we were to show that all the time to people, then they would probably think we're all good too, but, like, we're not. So.
But we don't, like, also when it comes to things like that, I think that's what people forget to do is they forget to look at the good parts in their lives, right? Like, for them, it's like and that's a thing about, like, algorithms. Like, when you're looking at something for long enough, your whole feed gets bombarded with, like, those things, right? So even if you're not engaging with it, you just pausing on a video for longer than a certain amount of time is enough of an engagement for them to believe, okay, she's looking at this because she's heartbroken, or she's looking at this because, oh, it reminds her of, I don't know, her boyfriend screaming at her, whatever. And that's all your videos are going to turn into, and that's all your videos are going to become. So even if you're really trying to focus on something that makes you happy, or whatever you have is happy in your life, like, say for example, couples have freaking rough patches. It happens. There are moments where I'm sure, like, you're not on the same page. You're two different people. You have different things you want in life, and sometimes you're not going to be on the same page. That doesn't mean you need to break up. It just means in that moment you're having a rough patch. You just have to work through it. But if all your feed is going to tell you is, oh, if he's not buying you flowers every day, then drop him. Or if he's not, like, giving you a hug every day, then drop him.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, we gotta remember that, like, of course, if that's what you want in your life and that's what you've always told yourself, like, I need a hug every day, and you've communicated that, it's very different. But if you are not communicating that, that's just something that you're, like, in a rut, and you're like, he's depressed, whatever, and you're just hoping that it happens. It's not gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
And I think people forget that, and I think TikTok keeps pushing that sometimes, not with that specifically, but even anything in life, right? Like, when the car hijacking videos were happening, did you see that? Not hijacking, the car, the insurance fraud video, did you see that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure the freaking dash cam sales went up like crazy, because all people were seeing on their feeds were people who, like, videos from their dash cams, and, like,
Yeah.
you know, so it's just like, it works in every sort of direction, and I think you just have to police yourself and make a feed. I mean, if you're gonna be on TikTok, regardless, you just have to make a feed that's, like, helpful for you, than harmful.
Yeah.
Ooh, helpful rather than harmful.
Wow.
But we hope you enjoyed, especially the person who wanted a wide ankle.
Shout out to you, bro.
Or sis,
Yeah.
or whatever, you know, you identify as.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for being here. Comment, like, subscribe, notification bell, turn it on. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Google, everywhere. And you can follow us on Instagram at
ALMST there.
And thank you for being here. Goodbye. Sayonara.